Hey, good morning. It is Monday. And here in South Dakota, I'm super delighted because it is sunny finally. Woohoo! Today, I want to talk to you about what to do when somebody in your life is sabotaging your sugar busting efforts. And we all have had that happen to us. You are trying really hard not to eat all the candy and the chocolate and the ice cream and all that kind of stuff, or go out for sugary treats, and somebody brings it to your house or they invite you out to go do it. And you have a really, really, really hard time saying no. So today I want to talk to you about things that you can do so that you do not lose sight of your goals. So who do we have on here already this morning? We have Joy. Hello, Joy, and Melissa. So we're going to talk about sugar busting efforts and what you can do to keep people from sabotaging you. So give me a thumbs up down in the comments if you have people in your life that like to do this to you. In case you don't know me, my name is Rachel, and I am a mom of 6, and I founded Mind Body Fitness for Moms because I wanted to help moms lose weight, make time for themselves, do all the things that they need to do to lose weight. Because just because we've got kids and families and jobs and all these things going on doesn't mean that we shouldn't make time for ourselves. And today I'm focusing on sugar. I've actually been focusing on sugar for a few weeks because it is something that I have realized is an issue for me in my life. And I know that in dealing with it in my life and sharing my stories with you, that I can help many other moms with their sugar issues as well. It looks like we've got Sabrina and Tanya joining the call as well. So again, I already mentioned, let me know, thumbs up. Oh, I've already got away from Joy if you've got people in your life that are totally trying to sabotage you in your sugar busting efforts. And ladies, this works. These tips are going to work for you, whether you're talking about like just eating healthy in general or working out or any steps that you're taking in your life and you've got people in your life that want to sabotage. So let's say that, you decide that this week you are going to eat more vegetables, but you've got that person in your life that maybe makes fun of you, or they throw the veggies away, or they hide them, or you go to, you get to lunch and you're ready to like pull out your salad to eat. And somebody goes, hey, why don't you come with me? Let's go out to eat instead. Let's go have burgers. And you just have like a really hard time caving in, or not caving in, and you have a really hard time just going along with it because it's what the people around you are doing, okay? And I get it, ladies. I have been there. I have a friend that I love going out for lunches with, and she honestly doesn't even try to sabotage me. And I go with the intent of having like a nice healthy salad, and I get there and I see the menu and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just really want that cheeseburger and fries today. And then I go through that whole thought process that we all do of, well, it's not going to hurt just this once, right? And well, I just won't eat anything else for the rest of the day, and I can have this cheeseburger and fries because it's just going to make me feel better and more satisfied than having that salad. And I can tell you from recent experience, already last week, this friend of mine went out to lunch on Friday. We planned on this one restaurant because they have great salads, and I was going to have my salad. And typically what happens is I go and I page through the menu and I see the cheeseburger and the fries and the dipping sauce. And what happens is I end up ordering the cheeseburger and fries. And on Friday, what I did is I made a choice. And this is my first tip, by the way, is you make the choice. Okay. Tip number 1, I'm already getting into the story. Tip number 1 is you make the choice. And so I made a choice. I decided I'm going to eat the salad, and I ordered a salad that had some steak on it, and that had like my favorite blend of like beans and corn and like some spicy salsa-y stuff. And it was amazing. And I got done with it and I was so totally satisfied. So step number 1 is make that choice to make those healthy choices. And regardless of everybody else around you, pretend you live in a bubble, make that choice of having the healthy foods or not eating the sugar or exercising every day or whatever the case might be. You make the choice. And that's the number 1 thing, because if you're kind of wishy-washy and on the fence about what you want to be doing, then you're not going to do it. And I'm going to use a different example that doesn't relate to food right now, but I had my daughter, she's 15 now, but when she was a baby, she was a horrible sleeper. And I thought I wanted nothing more than for her to sleep in her own bed all night long. And this went on for like a couple of years, that she was up in the night. And I realized one day that I really didn't want her to. Like in my mind, I thought I did. And like, all the books said she should, and my family was like, your kid doesn't sleep in her own bed. Oh my gosh. But what it turns out is that in my heart, I loved cuddling with her. I wanted to sleep with her. So no matter how many times I tried to make her go in her own bed, because my real choice was that I wanted her to sleep and come cuddle with me, I didn't set forth the full effort of making her sleep in her own bed. And as soon as like my mind was on board, and I'll tell you that my mind got on board because we had another baby coming and I didn't know how I was going to have all these kids in my bed, I made the choice and I was able to get her to sleep in her own bed. So as soon as you make that choice, you are both feet into the circle of choice of wanting to fully Eat healthy, dump the sugar, exercise, whatever your choice is. Got to be full, 100% all in. Can you see the feeling in my body as I'm saying that? Once you make that choice, that is going to be step number one. And that is really the most important point, because until you make that choice, you're always going to be like 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And it's going to be really easy to follow the 1 foot out and go eat the cheeseburger or eat the sugary candy or skip the workout. So let me know down in the comments if this is resonating with you, if you're thinking, gosh, I just really haven't made that choice yet. And I'd also love to see you say, I am making the choice. I am making the choice for myself so that I can get healthy. I want to see that down in the comments as well. Okay, so that's number one. The second step in getting rid of all those saboteurs in your life is share what you are doing. Let them know that you are on a health journey, that you're eating more vegetables, that you are eating less sugar, that you're going to work out every day. Let the people around you know. Let them know how important it is for you, that like this is what you want to be doing, because they're going to be less likely to make fun of you or throw candy at you or all that type of thing if they know that in your heart of hearts, like this is the choice that you're making and this is what you want to be doing. So like in my house, my family just knows I get up early and work out in the morning. On Saturdays, if I'm not up when they wake up, they just know that they're going to have to wait for breakfast until I'm done. That's because I've shared it with them. They know how important it is for me. It's also something I've been doing for a long time, but I've shared that with them. Let your coworkers know, hey, look, I'm eating healthy. If you want to join me, that'd be awesome. But if you don't, like if you could not invite me for burgers, that would be fabulous. I would love it. Let them know exactly what you're choosing and what you're doing, okay? And that is going to go a long way in getting you closer to your goals, because you're not going to have most people. Now, I'm not going to tell you everybody's going to listen. I have had clients whose husbands that no matter what they do, they make the choice, they share with them, they say, gosh, this is something I really want to do. It's important to me, that their husbands just still want to sabotage them. And if you want to admit that and put your hand up in the comments, you can certainly do that. Or you can just kind of hold on to that inside and go, gosh, that's totally what's going on in my life. And when that happens, I find that when if you're sharing with your family around you that like you really want to do something or you have this goal and they're not on board and they're still sabotaging you, there's something going on there. They're not going to do that unless they've got something going on as well. So a lot of times with my clients, if they've got a husband that continues to bring home junk food, that brings home pizza, wants to take them out for dinner, wants to order cake at the dinner, all those things, you just got to ask the husband, like, what's going on? And a lot of times my clients realize when they have the discussion with hubby about what's going on, their husband's just plain scared that if my wife loses weight, she's going to be more attracted to other men and she's not going to be interested in you anymore. Okay. It sounds crazy, but that's a lot. 9 times out of 10, that's what's going on. Most of the times your husbands aren't jerks. Your grandma isn't a jerk for wanting to, shove pie in your face. Your friends aren't jerks. They just don't get it. Or they've got some fear. Maybe your friends are afraid, well, gosh, if she starts eating salads all the time, she's going to hang out with the salad eating crew and she's not going to want to ever go eat pizza with me again. So if I keep sabotaging her and don't ever let her get very far into this thing, she'll quit it and she'll keep going to pizza with me. You got to communicate with your husband, with your friends, with your family, what you're doing and why you're doing it. And let them know that the relationship between you and them does not have to change, that it's not going to change. That just because you lose weight, you look hot in your swimsuit, doesn't mean you're going to want to go after other men or leave your husband, or that just because you want to eat salads all the time doesn't mean you're not ever going to want to go out to eat with your friends, that you might not ever, go out for pizza. Of course, you're going to do that sometimes, just not all the time, because you've got goals. Okay, so now we've got number 1, make that choice. You got to be both feet in the circle. If you've got 1 foot out of the circle, you're more likely to jump back out of the circle when the going gets tough. The second thing is I want you to communicate with your family, friends, whoever it is, what you're doing, why you're doing it, and have a tough conversation with them if it seems like they're just still like not really on board with what you're doing, because I can assure you they don't want you to be unhealthy. They don't want you to die of heart disease or have acne because you eat too much sugar. There's a fear that's coming from them that they are throwing out onto you in the situation. Okay, so now the third one, and you hear this all the time, but it is a really important one, is I want you to get really, really clear on your why. Why do you want to stop eating so much sugar? Why do you want to eat more veggies? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to exercise every day? Really get deep into the feelings it's going to give you. Like one of the things that I've noticed is when I eat too much sugar, Your mom always says if you eat too much sugar, you get canker sores. My face breaks out. My body does not like the sugar. My face breaks out. Of course, I do it anyway sometimes. And I start noticing the zits. Well, that gives me just a feeling of self-consciousness, knowing that like I've got this big zit on my face. It's because I eat sugar. So one of my whys for not eating sugar is so I can feel comfortable literally in my skin. That I'm not worried about breakouts and I'm not worried about my skin aging quicker than it should because I'm eating so much sugar. There have been times where I tell myself, oh, I'm getting by on eating all this crap all day long. I'm not putting on any weight. And it's true. If you look at the number on the scale is staying pretty steady, but I'm basically eating, not right now, I'm not, but I've had weeks where I've eaten a diet of like ice cream and candy with the occasional like piece of chicken in there for some protein. And the scale doesn't change. But I can tell when I look at my muscle definition, there's less muscle definition because there's a lot of water soaked up in all those carbs. There's also, my skin's breaking out. And I can tell when I look at myself, I just look old. I look tired. And that's all because of what the sugar is doing to your body. Now you can counteract that by getting rid of the sugar and eating the veggies and all that stuff. But it really does take a toll on your body if you take a look at yourself. So if your why is, I don't want my skin to age. I don't want to have zits. I don't want my butt to be too big. My why might be that I want to wear my swimsuit this summer and look hot. Whatever your why is, dig really deep into it and get really into the feelings. And this might be something that you want to get your journal up for and write. Why do you want to do this? Because the deeper your why is, the more you get into the feeling of why you want to do this, it's going to be a lot easier to say no to the candy, to the coworker that wants to go out for pizza, to the husband that wants you to, eat a huge bowl of ice cream while you watch movies at night. It's going to be easier to say no when that why is strong, when it's deep, and when you feel it in your core. Okay. So let me know down in the comments, what your why is. Why do you want to dump sugar? Why do you want to exercise? Why do you want to get healthy and really think and get deep? And this may be something you might want to take away and do later and come back to this live video or share it just in the group. And maybe I'll throw a post up about, what's your why? Why do you want to do this? And really get deep. And it's really got to be a little bit more than I want to look hot in a swimsuit. It's got to be about, I want to look hot in my swimsuit because for years I've been afraid to take my swimsuit cover up off in front of people. I don't swim with my kids. I don't get a nice suntan. I'm lacking vitamin D because of it. There's got to be more than I want to look hot in a swimsuit. Or I'm going on a vacation and I want to look good on my vacation. Okay. Why do you want to look good on your vacation? And again, think about your history, all the vacations you've gone on and you haven't wanted to take your cover up off, or you didn't even wear the swimsuit. Or maybe it's a wedding that you're going to this summer. You want to wear a beautiful sleeveless dress and have nice arms because all the weddings you've gone to in the past, you've just kind of worn this like big dress that you didn't even feel good in. Okay. Get really, 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 really deep in your why. Okay. Fourth tip. This one's quick and easy. Go in front of the mirror and practice saying no, thank you. Get really, really, really good. I want you to stand in front of your mirror and I want you to practice all the scenarios that you've been faced with and just say to your husband, no thanks, I'm really trying to eat healthy. No thanks, I'm not hungry for that right now. Tell your coworkers, no thanks, I brought my lunch. And I want you to practice it in front of the mirror because I want you to get really, 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 really good at saying it so that it comes out of your mouth easily. So it gets rid of all the jittery nerves and you're not nervous to say it. Are you going to be nervous the first time you say it? Absolutely. But like everything in life, the first time you do it, it's hard, it sucks. It may not go the way you planned it, but it gets easier. Now, the other thing I want you to do in the mirror, I want you to say, no, thank you, I'm trying to eat healthy. But I want you to practice what you're going to say when that coworker says, oh, come on, this one cheeseburger is not going to hurt you. Or the whole gang's going out. Why don't you come with us? What are you going to say then? Maybe you say, well, you know what? I know one cheeseburger is not going to hurt me. And I'm actually planning to go out with my husband for dinner this weekend. And I want to eat that cheeseburger this weekend with him. Or maybe you say, sure, I'll go with you. Can we look at the menu and see what they've got for salads or for healthy foods? Salads are not necessarily healthy, I want to say, even though I keep throwing the word salad out there. You can eat some pretty crappy for you salads. Okay, so practice that dialogue. Maybe even practice it with a friend that's in your corner that wants to support you. Practice that with them. Practice it with your coach. Hey, I can help you with that as well. If we're on the phone doing a coaching call, we can practice that role playing about how you're going to say no and what you're going to say when they beg you and they tell you. Okay, so now my tip number 5, and this is probably one of the most important ones or the most important one, is it is your life. It is up to you what you do, and nobody can tell you that you're wrong, bad, that you're making a bad choice or whatever it is. So whatever your choice was in number 1, you got in both feet, you're sharing what you're doing with people, you're doing all the things that we talked about in these steps. You got to remember number 5 is that it's your life. and it's your choice. And anybody that wants to sabotage you, tell you you're dumb, stupid, you're wasting your life isn't fun without eating a bunch of sugar, it's your choice and it's your life. And ultimately it's up to you what you do or make of it. Okay, so let me reiterate those 5 steps again. The first one is you're going to make that choice. Both feet in, no doubt in your mind, feeling it in your heart, your choice, make the choice. The second one is that you're going to share your choice with the people around you, especially with those people that have sabotaged you in the past. Share what you're doing, share why you're doing it, and share how they can help you with it so that they can be on board with it as well. And don't forget to share with them how it's not going to hurt them, what their fears are about the situation. Have a really big conversation about it. Your third tip is to figure out your why. Why are you doing this? And get deep into the feelings about why you're doing it. Because if you don't have that figured out yet, it's going to be a lot easier to just jump out of the circle and go along with your friends and eat a whole pizza for lunch. Okay. And then your fourth tip is to practice the dialogue. Get in front of your mirror and say, no, thank you. I'm eating healthy. No, thank you. I'm making a choice for myself to eat more vegetables, and pizza's not a vegetable. Whatever that is, practice the dialogue. Think about what their response is going to be, how you're going to respond to that. All that is going to be important. And then your last one, number 5, the most important one, is remember that it is your choice. It is your life. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it, that you shouldn't do it, or that it's not good for you, or that you're ruining your life, or you're ruining their life, or whatever. It is your life. And just because it hasn't worked for you before doesn't mean it's not going to work now. Okay. So I hope those tips were helpful for you. Please post down in the comments the answers to any of the questions that you've had as we've gone on, or the answer to the questions. I should never look at the comments while I'm talking because it confuses me. Answer any of the questions that I asked you. Let me know what your why is. Let me know if you've got people in your life that sabotage you. Post in the group if you want to practice your dialogue, or maybe somebody giving you a comeback after you said, no, thanks, I don't want to eat pizza today, and you don't know what to do with it. Post that in the group and let us know. Find out what other people say, because no matter what you're going through, somebody else has already gone through it. Somebody else has already had that conversation with their husband. So share that information in the group because you can get a ton of support on that. Also, my Sugar Busting Bootcamp, the sign up ends in 2 days on Wednesday, and we've already kind of gotten started. We're already doing a whole bunch of fun stuff in the group. The ladies are already checking out the videos, and they're already having some aha moments when it comes to the sugar in their life, and about how they can create a life where you're not constantly thinking about sugar, or how to stop eating sugar, all that kind of thing. There is a life out there that this is easy. The eating healthy is easy. Fitting and exercise is easy. It's all can be easy for you, but get in the boot camp now. So I'm going to post a link down for the application. I am having people do applications because we want to have a limited number of ladies in the group and people that really want to bust sugar. So I'm going to put that link down in the comments for you as well. And it's also posted in the group. I did a post this morning about it as well. So fill out the application. You fill out the application. There's no obligation involved, but you can get that application in. I can take a look at it, and we'll chat a little bit about if this is even a good fit for you, because maybe it's not right now. So it's not for everybody, but it's for people that really want to bust through their sugar, that want to get healthy, that want to lose weight, that really want to go into summer just feeling freaking amazing. So again, if this was helpful for you, share it with anybody in the group. Invite people to join us in the group here, because the more people that we have interacting and joining the group, the better, because that is where we're going to get our questions answered and the support that we need to meet our health and fitness goals. So have a great day, everybody, and I will talk with you later. Bye-bye.